I'll be sticking to water, which I think you referred to as your least favourite drink.
Because fish fornicate, and it's an old W.C. Fields adage.
I go on the side of Adam's ale, as
Yes.
opposed to some kind of vessel for fish to have sex in. Open wide.
Yeah. It's not the goat's penis, is it?
It's a dish out of your book. Hello and welcome to Spooning with me, Mark Wogan. Now, each week, my special guests join me here at the Mount Street restaurant in London's exclusive Mayfair, where executive chef Jamie Shears will be cooking up a couple of spoons for them to try, based on the things they say they love and the things they think they hate. The difference is they will be blindfolded. Now, this week on Spooning, we have what can only be described as a menage a trois, as I am joined by two gentlemen who have been basically doing it hairy for almost 2 decades now. Please welcome to Spooning with Mark Wogan, the hairy bikers, Si and Dave.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
How are we, boys?
Yeah, very good. What a lovely introduction.
I'm just happy I got it out without making a mistake.
Well, you did very well. We were impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Well, as two seasoned professionals, I will take that as an enormous compliment.
Well, that's very kind of you to say.
Enthusiastic amateurs, really.
Yeah,
Seems to be working off.
let's go. We've just got away with it. I mean,
Getting away with it for years.
yeah, indeed.
Now, we've got a couple of drinks on the table for you. There for you, Si, we've got your favourite, because prior to coming onto the show, you answered a quick questionnaire on food loves, food hates, favourite things, worst things you'd never eat again.
Yeah.
So based on that, tell us what you've got there in front of you.
So I have probably my favourite drink. It's a Negroni. Second only, a close first is a Sazerac. But a Negroni is just, I love it. I love it pre-dinner. I love it during dinner. I love it after dinner. I love it in the morning. I just love it. Intravenously, anything. It's my go-to. There is a lovely balance of bitter, sweet. There's a little savoury in there, I love
Now the question is it too early for you to tuck in?
Are you? No.
Well, knock yourself out.
Well, thank you.
And
That's
Dave,
very
what have
kind.
we got here for you?
I've got a glass of Mersault, which is a really fine white Burgundy. And I'm not a wine snob at all. I hate all that. I hate the middle-aged man in a restaurant who's slurping and then goes for the predictable. But the Mersault is funny. It was a job I did with Sinaiable film crew. There was an actress called Sylvester Latouzel. And
yes,
she was lovely, wasn't
Yeah, she was.
And you know, I was the makeup artist, so I was the assistant director. And it's, you know, people buy you a bottle to say thank you for looking after them. And she bought me a bottle of Mersault. And she said, look, he said, it's the same price as champagne, so I'm not being mean, but I think you might enjoy it. And I've been enjoying it ever since. It really is the most wonderful, fantastic white wine.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And with food. Cheers, gents.
Cheers,
gents.
Cheers.
I'll be sticking to water, which I think you referred to as your least favourite drink.
Well, it kind of is, yeah, because fish fornicate, and it's an old W.C. Fields adage, but it's very true. They do.
Well, I go on the side of Adam's ale.
Oh,
As opposed to some kind of vessel for fish to have sex in.
Yes, indeed. Well, yes. Well, there's a tale in itself, Mark.
So, but what I was going to touch on was, you know, that Mersault obviously has a lovely nostalgic flavour and a lovely memory for you when you guys were starting out, even before you were hairy bikers. You were just, I assume, hairy at that point. Did you have
sort
bikes?
of? Yeah. We've always owned motorcycles. It's in our DNA. But
You had a radical haircut once you got promoted at work to location manager.
yeah, well, I did, didn't I?
You had to deal with all the toffs in Northumberland to rent their palaces.
Yes.
So you did get a short back and sides.
Yeah, which I didn't see.
Is there any photographic evidence of that?
Probably somewhere. But even though I try to look smart, I'm one of those people that never look really smart in ever. And it doesn't matter what I wear or how I wear it. I just never look together. So
We're both like that. If we were a dinner suit, I think with the bouncers.
yeah, it's like, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as a hairy man myself,
Indeed.
and a lover of motorcycles. I mean, I rode them for 20 years until I had children.
Oh.
And I had quite a bad crash when he was about 9 months old.
Oh.
And my wife said, that's it. So I haven't been on one for 16, nearly 17 years now.
Really? Do you miss it?
I do miss it, but it's a funny thing, is it? The idea of getting on one slightly terrifies me now.
Mm-hmm.
Having but I mean, for 20 years, it was my only form of transport. And I had, probably like you, a whole range of, I was chopping and changing the whole
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
Because you can never really settle on one bike. Do you find that? You have your favourites.
Yeah, you do. Because the riding experience is so. It's mood based, isn't it? When you do find that ride, it's just like, But that element of satisfaction, I think, only probably lasts 12 months.
Buying motorcycles, it's a bit like murder. It gets easier after the first two.
Two, yeah.
But there's different
I
motorcycles.
always said that, you.
There's different occasions, you see. You see why you think,
Oh, that'd be all right.
good on a summer's day.
And that'd be
good if it's a bit wet.
That'd be good if it's long distance. That'd be good. Like,
What number book are you? Like 30?
30.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, we've completely lost count of series and telly.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Somebody asked us for a CV not long ago, but we had real trouble remembering stuff because we've just managed to.
Well, you're both men of a certain age.
well, exactly,
Yeah.
and a misspent youth.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Pausing for breath and forgetting what you talked about. So you guys started out in the film industry. You were a makeup artist, which, one might think, is it similar to the builder whose home never gets finished?
Yeah, that's right. Somebody's kind of was Top of the Pops years ago, and it was on that kind of New Romantics phase. And somebody rather grandly walked in, and probably what was the nightclub, Blitz Club. That day's they walk in there, and they looked at we've been working flat out, going, oh, isn't it in the makeup room? How they always look so terrible, and they're here to make us look good. And I just thought, you're not all you idiot.
But the moustache is pretty impressive.
You should see my mother's though, Mark. It's fabulous.
But your mum's is better. Like,
Talking of mothers, were they any influence on your love of food?
oh God, yeah.
I mean, mine was.
Absolutely massive, definitively. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mum was a great cook, so, and a family cook, but great and innovative as well. So, and particularly with my dad's interest in food, in the early '60s, late '50s, early '60s, Mum was cooking with star anise and lemongrass that Dad had brought back from around the world with the Merchant Navy. So, and I was the youngest of three. So when I popped out, there was already a well-defined kind of eclectic, creative mix of food.
That must
brilliant.
have set you out apart with your mates growing up.
Oh,
to
yeah,
have
I mean,
that kind of food going on, because it wasn't prevalent anywhere, least of all in the north of England.
No, it absolutely wasn't, and it did, it very much so. And suddenly, in my early teens, I started to get really popular about. When you had your mates around for the tea straight after school, it got a bit nuts, because there'd be like five. My mum would be like, we cannot afford it. You can't invite your mates around. I'm saying, oh, well, everybody else does. She said, yeah, but you get egg and chips. I'm doing curries here. It was hilarious.
Talking of egg and chips, I've got a little something here for you, right? Which I think is your ideal sandwich.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, on the other side is your idea of hell. So why don't you grab one of those and tell us what that is? So that is your ideal sandwich, that is.
That is eggs, chips, tomato sauce.
Excellent. Now,
look at that.
Dave, can you tell me what that is?
Egg white.
Now, are you going to refuse to eat?
Yeah, I'll choke.
Is it really that bad?
No, not really. I don't think it's an allergy or anything like that. It's just that, like, when I was a kid, I always eat the yolk and leave the white. And then it was like the school breakfast, you'll go to work on an egg, go to school on an egg. So I used to have an egg before I went to school. And relentlessly every morning, my mother would make me eat the egg. I'd eat the yolk. I'd eat the white. I'd eat it. And I'd be sick on the way to school. I told you so. And I've really never been good with it since. Like this morning breakfast was wonderful poached eggs. And I just slyly put the white to one side, squash the yolk on my toast, result happiness.
But I think we've always been like that because we're from humble working class beginnings, like, and you had that attitude of where you didn't waste anything because you couldn't afford it.
Yeah. No, I was a clear point of principle with my mother though, that you're not going to defy me, you little devil.
Now that is a Mayfair, Mount Street, egg chip
No, but
and
buy
ketchup.
this then.
Yeah,
Well,
there's another half there.
well,
You can have one of it.
You can have the egg white king. It's very good. It's very good for your figure.
Well,
Oh,
how does that stack up? Because obviously that is a working class special.
It's a working class special, but with a Mayfair twist. It's they're good eggs.
Yeah.
I
I think it's probably a Burford Brown, isn't it?
Yeah, by the colour of it, yeah.
Now, we've had chats before about Burford Browns. They're a lovely egg. They're a lovely coloured egg. They're a nightmare to crack, though, aren't they? And keep the yolk intact. Or is it just me?
I think it might just be you, dude.
Yeah, never
Come on, guys, work with me here. This is.
No, you can't.
I have trouble cracking an egg. I mean, we're not trained chefs. We can always crack eggs.
Yeah, but without splitting the yolk. They're a very delicate but delicately flavoured yolk.
No.
No, never felt another Burford.
Look, I had a horrific moment a couple of Sundays ago where I had a lot of hungry teenagers sitting in the house and fried eggs and bacon is what they wanted. 7 consecutive yolks bust.
Were they stale eggs, though? Had you kept them for too long?
No, they're all right. Just sometimes they're always a bit delicate because I don't, despite what, what's that bloody awful woman? Edwina Curry. Despite what she said, I don't keep the eggs in a fridge.
No.
It's a terrible place to keep an egg.
We were saying on the way here, though, is people think that eggs last forever, and they don't really. They're only good for poultry, really, within about 2 weeks of laying.
Yeah.
And, and that's the secret to not having a Doctor Who monster. But I think these are triple cooked chips as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
They're epic. Yeah. And I mean, the bread's good as well. I mean, I'm talking, I mean, the type of bread that only brick mold grows on. That's sort of bread.
It's the bread you could like pipes with.
Yeah. That.
Right, so we've passed muster with the egg chip sandwich. You're definitely not going to eat that then.
No, there's no point. No, I couldn't.
We don't want to see you dry heave.
No.
I've had trouble. On recently, so it's best not.
Okay. Well, talking that now there was. I saw you being interviewed recently, and there was a something that you suddenly disliked.
Yes.
Which was
Carrots.
a humble carrot.
Yeah.
What did your taste buds change going through what you've been through?
Yeah. Yeah. Chemotherapy messes everything up, but carrots.
How do you feel about carrots now?
Well, I could eat one, but I won't like it.
Well, I don't. I mean, look, we're not forcing you to do anything here.
I don't know. It's like sweet potatoes. But now I'm not.
See, I love a sweet potato.
I don't know what. You've never liked them, have you?
No.
I used to cook them and he never used to say anything.
No, not for you.
No.
I mean, tell me. That's a lovely carrot side, right?
There's carrots good.
That's a lovely Mayfair, butter, fresh thyme, carrot. That's a
It's
carrot.
not a chip, is it?
No, it's not a chip.
No, it's funny. My taste buds did change. And for a while, I couldn't do onions and garlic, which was a huge blow.
That must have been devastating.
Yeah, because it's the base of many of the dishes that we cook. Yeah. But it's amazing how, a sofrito, when you're cooking Italian food, I finely diced carrot in it. I'm fine with that. But it's like, we have an allotment at home. And the crop of carrots this year has been exceptionally good. And my wife's come back with this huge box of carrots. Look at these. And I'm going, oh, no, dear God. Everything we eat.
But you can disguise a carrot. Now, there's one of those dishes that Tom Kerridge does, which is the carrots, and it is the Christmas carrots. They're phenomenal. That is a great recipe. That
it is
because of the amount of butter and sugar in it, mainly.
Yeah, mainly.
And then
salt.
a slight bit of star anise and cinnamon thrown in as well.
Yeah, but everything Tom Kerridge cooks is divine, isn't it?
Well, hold on a second, boys. You've got this new book out. Now, I genuinely do, when we've had someone on, we've got a cookbook out, I always try and cook something. And what I did, which I absolutely love, because what appealed to me was, so we've got your new book, which is Ultimate Comfort Food.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it was the corn crumble, the smoky chili beef with corn crumble.
Yes.
I thought that was an inspired topping.
Yeah, it
just
works, doesn't it?
Because I've started at home doing my macaroni cheese with crumbled up tangy cheese Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. So you got that extra chunk.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that topping? Because that really works as a
Well,
dish.
we wanted to do a savoury crumble.
Yeah.
Well, then Texas cornbread when we were in America. And we in the past, we did a stuffed cornbread, like a chili mince, wasn't it? Halfway through.
Yeah.
But this, we've gone for it's with semolina and buttermilk and the flour and some sweet corn in the top as well. And it does have a nice crumble texture as well. And the chili's pretty classic, isn't it? It's slow cooked and lovely. Again, not with mix, but with chunky beef.
Now, I've got to take you to task slightly.
Go on then.
Because ultimate comfort food. Now, in my house,
This is the thing.
we have what we call deep fry Fridays.
Or DFS, yeah.
Deep fried Fridays, right? Because you can't eat deep fried every day of the week, but you've got to allow yourself on Friday.
Fair dues, yeah.
So we do that in my house. I've only got one option in this book,
What's that?
which is your deep fried. You've got your fried chicken. There's not enough. There's not enough deep frying.
There's the
No,
prawn and fish balls.
Yeah,
They're very good. That was because scampi and chips. That's very comforting. The scampi langoustine I do too, but real langoustines are so
I've got a
expensive.
friend of mine who, whenever he goes to any restaurant, regardless of where it is, he goes, "You got any scampi?" And it's horrific because sometimes it's a really nice restaurant and they're really insulted. But I didn't got any scampi.
Sorry, mate. You got any
A friend of mine, Ian, got any scampi? Get out.
But I love that about me.
I think this is a lovely book, and it is based on
Thank you.
comfort, which is the kind of eating I love to do. And in my working life, not this, but in my working life, I like to think I provide comfort. And one of the ways in which I do that is via the medium. I've got it down here of pizza. Which you said, because I've given you some pretty horrible things to eat so far. So I've got for you here one of my home slice pizzas.
Man, just the dogs. I'll hold that, mate. And then if you
Just open that up, and on there,
look
you've
at
got-
that.
Wowza.
I've
keep
got
it going. Keep
So
going.
I've got
keep
to
going.
look
There we
at
go.
that. Look at that. Look
So
at that.
we've got one half is a classic margarita,
Yeah.
right? Because if you can't make margarita, you shouldn't be making pizza.
Pizza.
Now the other half is the extreme of where we take it, which is air-dried Wagyu beef with cipollini onions tossed in salsa verde and finished with a truffle creme fraiche.
Yes, of course it is.
Which is what, because I'm not Italian, I'm not held to any rules. Well, it is there to be eaten, boys. So give it a go. I will respect your professional opinion as what I'm doing. So you're going traditional.
I'm going, because if you get this right, then the world's a happy place, isn't it? The margarita.
So that Wagyu beef's phenomenal, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's the dough. It's beautiful.
Because
Hold on.
we always say that if all the flavours will go together on a spoon, then
Yeah,
it'll
they're
work
good
on
on pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Beef is amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. There's a friend of mine called Jorge makes that in Spain. We're the only people who've got it in the country. It's an air-dried Wagyu beef.
Oh,
Man,
It's all about the sauce.
the passata on that is fantastic.
and the truffles just in.
I'll give you the recipe off camera.
Oh, yeah.
So look,
What's the deep mushroom flavour on it?
that's the truffle creme fraiche.
Jesus, lovely.
He's going in. So
Try that.
Si's going in posh now.
Yeah.
Posh pizza.
Oh, that's the dog's bees.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not covered in staggy truffle oil.
No, it's made with proper truffle.
I know.
See, I could make a lot more money out of pizzas than I do, but I keep putting expensive things on it.
No, I'm not.
Nice. Fabulous.
So home slice has passed muster with the hairy bikers.
Oh, yeah.
That taste that, man. That margarita's off the scale, good.
Right. So you see, what I'm doing here is I'm buttering you up with some nice pizza now, because we've got to that stage in proceedings where I'm going to have to blindfold you back.
Oh,
All right. So let's get the pizza out of the way. We can come back to that.
Can we please make sure that doesn't go too far?
No, we'll pop it just down here. So we've got to that point in proceedings where it's blindfold time. I've got a couple of new blindfolds for you, a couple of racy ones. Who would like the leopard print one?
Me and actually Budgie Smugglers.
Excellent. So you've got the Sleeping Beauty ones,
Yeah, well, which
is very in character as well.
well, it is because like you get our age and you've only got 2 speeds. It's either full on or asleep.
Yeah. You ready?
Nice.
Going under.
Yeah.
I've got under this cloche here. I'm just going to open that up.
They're quite difficult not to see out of these. Right.
Well, that's the whole point. You're not supposed to see.
I'm there.
I'm going to feed you a spoon. So, in the questionnaire, you said there was something that you loved. Now, Dave, I'm coming to you first. So
Yeah.
Open wide. Bit wider. There we go. Now, just taste it. Wait for a second to tell me what you think.
It's lovely. It's sweet.
There we go.
Nice cream like a
This
granita.
side. Tell me the flavours. Tell me the textures. What are we getting?
Almonds, there's crunch. Sweet. It's fabulous.
Anything other? There was a particular ingredient that you talked about that you both loved. Are you getting that flavour coming through? Can you get it?
Olive oil.
Bang on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So that is one of Jamie. You can take your blindfolds off. So that is one of Jamie's recipes that he does here, which is a fig leaf soft serve with fig leaf infused olive oil over the top of it. And I thought that was a perfect one for you guys.
It's
'cause
absolutely
absolutely
epic.
gorgeous.
the fact that you both said olive oil is sort of the nectar of the gods.
It is.
Really. Why the love of olive oil? Because again, it's a bit incongruous with 2 working class lads from the north.
Well, my brother and sister live in Italy, and I've been going backwards and forwards now for 30 years. And for me, the first time I tasted olive oil literally from where I could see the trees growing, and that new oil with the peppery finish to it, and the plethora of flavour that you get from different parts of Italy with the different oils just blew my mind. So
Again, so we're sort of in that nostalgia territory. It's those things when they hit your taste buds.
Yeah.
The memories come alive.
Yeah, my dad, I remember at the time when I was a kid, you used to have to buy olive oil from the chemist because it was sold in little bottles for people to put cotton wool in it to clear their ears. But my dad came back once, he bought a big thing of olive oil, and for one supper one night, he cooked chips in olive oil. Now, this is going back to the 1960s, and I remember there being the best golden chips I'd ever tasted.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you could drink that oil if you wanted, No, I'm not fancy that. But ever since then, I've always associated it being special. I think when we did the dieters as well, we gave up butter to some extent, still butter, and obviously there's a chef mark here, how valuable butter is. But olive oil, apart from its health benefits, there's a whole world out there to be explored and loved.
Now, all 3 of us are hairy.
Yeah.
And all 3 of us have been previously what could be politely described as overnourished.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we were morbidly obese.
So was I. I was 23 stone. Yeah. Well, you needed a bicycle to get on my good side. But,
That on the map.
but do you now, because I don't want to dwell on it, but both of you have had health scares, and do you take more care of yourself now as a result, or are you still all guns blazing? Because there's a bit of you, you're on the bikes, you're kind of just doing it.
Well, I think it's safe to say that no, we're not anymore, but we still have that rock and roll spirit. So we have to, we kind of have to rein each other in, and when we lost all the weight, we were like, oh, we can go again. And it's like, no, that's not the point.
We both lost that appetite. Like sometimes we're in a restaurant the other night. It was a lovely Lebanese restaurant. And looked at Kingy, and it was superb. I said, I wish the portions weren't so big. And we literally got halfway through it, and the manager's coming up, what was wrong with it? There was nothing wrong, but we're full. And
Weird.
that was a big difference.
Yeah.
But, 15 years ago, we would have eaten a lot and asked for seconds.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I am essentially like a Labrador when it comes to food. I don't know when I'm full.
Full. Yeah, yeah.
Really don't know when I'm full, particularly around, and there is a couple of recipes in there that involve sugar. I'm trying not to eat sugar at the moment because if I do, I can't stop. What's your foods that it's like that's your Achilles heel? If you have one mouthful of that, you're gone.
It's that pizza, to be fair. I've always loved pizza. You know, I've always had that thing. I'll save a couple of slices cold for breakfast, but I never do.
Do you know the best way to heat up a pizza?
I've never got that far with it, Mark. Eat it all. Oh, go on then.
No, go on. Wow.
In a dry frying pan.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because it get that bottom heat that you get with the oven,
Yeah.
and it comes back like it's straight out of the oven. People put it in the box in the oven, they stick it in the microwave, they put it in. No, you're going to ruin it. Dry frying pan, very hot, 30 seconds. It's like it's come out of the oven. Even a couple of days later, to be honest. But don't tell anyone.
This is a good plan. I think
it's the best way to cook a pizza at home if you don't have a pizza oven.
in the
Frying pan pizza.
We call it cowboy pans, isn't it?
Yeah.
The cast iron cowboy pans.
Great. Okay, so we're at that point where it's blindfold time again, guys. Back on.
I'm kind of getting quite into this, dude.
Yeah, I am too. I'm just waiting for the
It's the submissive.
for the cold
it's the
reality
submissive
of
in
pain.
here.
I'm gonna just because it's stopping me circulation.
Yeah, cutting the blood off to the top of your head.
It doesn't matter.
There we go. Right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, gents. So here we go. I'm going to go Si first this time. So open wide. Here we go. And then here we go, Dave. Open wide. Now, tell me what you're experiencing. What are the flavours? What are the textures?
Well, there's a meaty long grain meat in there.
It's like a rillette.
Yeah, fat.
We recognise the particular
bits.
meat. Any other elements in there?
This particular meat doesn't have to do with the shaft, does it?
Well, technically you should know this.
It's not. Yeah. It's not the goat's penis, is it?
No, it's not a goat's penis, because that was both of yours answers to your least favourite ingredient.
In Vietnam.
Have you got any idea how hard it is to get hold of a goat's penis?
Well,
Especially when he won't stand still.
Well, it's when he won't stand still. It's in a field. It's a booker, right? You tell
Take
me.
your blindfolds off.
What is that?
It's a dish out of your book. That's the duck confit shepherd's pie.
Oh, no way!
It just shows the mental
Cooked
expectation.
cooked by head chef Jamie Shears.
It's
obviously.
absolutely superb.
But that is from your recipe.
Yeah, I had in
so
my
now
head.
you said our recipe tastes like a goat's penis.
Yeah, well, sorry, dude. It's just I was.
Just put the book out the charts, can you?
Well, I was thinking, because he's shifty him.
See,
I
I
was
said a
thinking.
rillette.
Yeah,
I
no,
said
comfy.
Yeah.
I was thinking long grain. I was thinking, it hasn't got anything to do with this. Well, you know what I said, anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Well, that is
Oh,
excellent.
that's fabulous.
What a great! You want to buy the book for that?
Yeah.
Yes,
brilliant.
It's a lovely
nothing-
dish.
Nothing like a
goat's penis.
penis. No, none.
Thus proving my point, you remove sight.
It's your eyes always eat first, don't they? They always do.
But mentally, you see, I thought at some point, because we did the questionnaire with you,
Yeah.
that you were going to subject me to tripe or our mutual dislike of what we had in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, I just think you're two nice men. You're here to talk about your book. And quite frankly, I tried to make you eat egg white
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just true.
Yeah.
And a carrot.
and a carrot.
Yeah, that's fine.
I kind of feel like I was a bit unfair on you and necessarily a bit too fair to him. But
Well, he eats everything, you see.
if
You know?
Yeah, that is.
No,
Well, there's nothing.
nothing, no.
Unwashed chitlins. Not a good thing.
Yeah, in Portugal, didn't you?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to say a double dose of thanks to the Hairy Bikers. Their book, The Ultimate Comfort Food, is out now. That's spooning over for this week, but we'll return before you know it with another guest to find out about the food they love and the food they think they hate. My thanks to Jamie Shears and the amazing team here at Mount Street Restaurant for the excellent spoons. If you like what we're doing here at Spooning, then make sure you follow Spooning with Mark Wogan across all social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a beautiful week, people.